The University of Nairobi, despite being one of the best academic institutions in the country, is also a home to a lot of talents, be it rugby, be it athletics, be it handball, volleyball, football, and all the games, name it. And today, in our show, we are going to discuss matter sports ranging from the digital aspect, football within the UON vicinity, rugby, athletics, and all sports in general. I'll be your host, Guyo, and with me I have
Brian Langat. Welcome to the show.
So it has been an exciting year when it comes to sport within the university. The last 2 years has experienced tremendous achievement, and even the University of Nairobi brand out there has been one of the best, with Ferdinand Omanyala, one of our very own, representing us in the short races, and he has done quite remarkably. And even they refer to him as the fastest man in Africa now. What is your take, Brian, on that?
I think Omanyala is doing great. He's carrying the image of the university well. University being the top university in the country, it also has a large number of students. So this is a pool of talents. We have more talents. So if we are to work on our sports department, we can have the best talents across all the universities.
Yes, well, the sports department in the university will take all the credits. But where are the other sports? Athletic has been one of the best. Don't we want another Ferdinand Omanyala in the country, or even to come from the University of Nairobi? I think there also a lag from the department to ensure we have more facility. For now, we don't even have a good track where people can run and get another Omanyala.
Our services, I think I would say they are the bare minimum. They are just there because they are there. Maybe if some resources are added, we improve our infrastructure, and maybe the sports department, they should also ensure that there is a scouting team. We usually have the Kenya Universities Sports Associations, we have the Kenya Secondary School Sports Associations. Maybe these competitions, we can use them as an avenue to pull more talents. So like when there are these competitions, we send this scouting team, they go there, scout, and come up with the best players, so that they'll join the university as players and also as students.
Yeah. Speaking of scouting, pulling talents together, then when it comes to sport, we will also, as a university, not only give these students chance to be part of the school teams, either be it rugby, be it football, handball. We can also take an initiative to provide scholarship for them. As much as they play for the university, they also be part of the sports team. They are given free scholarships so that they can also advance their academic journey. So for me, I think the university needs to do more in terms of the infrastructure itself, doing even motivating these young lads, because being a student in such an institution of such magnitude, it requires you to prepare well for your academics as well as balance the books and even the sport, of which this brings us to our next discussion about the mental health of these young people who participate in sports.
Sportsmen and women, by virtue of being a player, you most likely belong to a team. So this is a team whereby you practice daily, you play together, so you form a relationship. This social network becomes part of your family. So this is whereby university education is very rigorous. We have projects, we have classwork, assignments, discussions, and you also agree that not all students come from the same backgrounds. So some have financial challenges, some have family issues. So at times the students may be overwhelmed and they feel isolated. But by playing, by becoming part of a team, this is where they form friendships. This is the space whereby you can open up, you can talk to someone, they can help you. So sports, they help students tackle these mental challenges?
I think speaking of mental challenges and mental health in general, it's something that is becoming a global crisis. Everywhere people are either depressed, and sportsmen are not also uh, exceptional when it comes to the issue of mental health. For students, I think the school as a whole, the sports department mainly can have the psychologists, the psychiatrists, people just to give the mental support to these players, because being a student, being a player, it really takes a lot of hard work, consistency, and a lot of training. So for them to be given mental support where they can open up, especially the individual sports such as tennis and athletics. Sometimes a student might not be able to recover well after maybe losing such a, if you're going to for trials maybe at the national level, losing that, and maybe all your hopes were there. Sometimes you may get depressed, discouraged. So having a mental desk within the sports department will really help.
I think also credits goes to the university because they have a guidance and counseling department. So this department helps students when you are overwhelmed, you go there, they help you. Also, the sports have these the captains, this leadership. They are always selected based on the various abilities, and one of the abilities is usually, are you approachable? Is it are you someone, when someone comes to you, you hear them? So that's some of the considerations that are always made here.
Well, speaking of all the matters when it comes to mental health, now we shift focus to the performance of our teams. The rugby main machine, the terrorist, our basketball team. What maybe I think we have not really been doing enough when it comes to these sports. I think athletics, we also, after Omanyala, we never had quite a remarkable performance. Maybe
I think our teams, they have the potential. It's only that we've not exploited these potentials to the maximum. I've been seeing them training, running around, but what they lack is maybe a little bit pushed so that they can coordinate these activities. For instance, also football. We have 3 teams here at the main campus. So you find that these 3 teams, they are not balanced. You find another team has a better striking, another one has a better midfield. So maybe if we are to balance this, we can merge it into one team, one strong team, so that it will be very balanced, so that it can compete against these other teams. Yeah.
the message goes to the department, as we for us it's just to discuss. We have 3 teams: the Viking, the Premier, and even the UN Olympic FC. For us to achieve greater success when it comes to football, we might consider merging, because all the teams have different players with different abilities. Coming up with one strong team might help. It also, for us sports young men, they are out there. It takes consistency, hard work, and a lot of training for you to reach your goals. I've been your host for today. Thank you for tuning in.
I'm Langat Brian. Thank you and goodbye.